advice do you have for the audience today, Bill?
Well, I mean, it's hard but rewarding to build your own company, right? You know, you get to go and build, you get to develop your culture the way that, you know, all the things that you hated about the places that you work now, you can go change those things. Turns out that's really hard because some of those rules that you hated were there for really good reasons. But it is, at the end of the day, super rewarding. You know, Bittrex, you know, for us, we're 3 founders. We never took in any investment money. And so it's the fact that we got to where we got, I think we're extremely proud of that. And, you know, I think that's what I would say is just, it's so rewarding. Every day I wake up, it's a really exciting new day of new things. And I get to see people growing. I get to see our customers happy. I get to see all these things happening. And even on bad days when our customers are super mad at us on Twitter, it's like, okay, we learned something and we can go and improve and do something new. It's still energizing. So I think that's the big takeaway is like there's a lot of rewards for doing this and doing it, you know, doing the hard thing. But it is hard.
Yeah. Raul?
Well, you know, it's funny, my son, who was 15 at the time, 14, 15, he had watched me with Voodoo, my first company that I sold to HP. And you know, he'd seen his dad travel all the time and set up this gaming business and, you know, that sort of thing. But as he was growing up, that's how he viewed me. And I was at Microsoft, and he said to me, "What are you doing at Microsoft?" Right? And this is a kid who is like, you know, kind of smart, like really smart actually. He's unusually smart, and he was going to STEM school. And he said, "Dad, you really need to quit Microsoft and get into esports." And I thought, this is like, what are you talking about? You know, and he said, "Look, you know, the competitive gaming space, as you know, it has changed. You know, let's go. You know, I'll show you, right?" And he actually got me playing League of Legends with him and showing me how crazy the space is, showing me the streaming market and how big it's getting and some of his favorite streamers and stuff. And I spent basically 6 months with him, you know, learning about this space, and he convinced me to quit. And you know, what's funny about him is he's like,
love your son.
Yeah, he's like 20 years old now. He's in UW. He's doing computer science. He got it in his first year. He got a job at Microsoft first year and second year. So this kid is now working at Microsoft, saying, you know, like he loves it and everything. But he's like, "Hey, Dad, when are you gonna come back to Microsoft?" But anyways, the advice I give you is spend time with your kids and get in their world. It's crazy. You know, I know they're probably in their room playing games, and you're wondering why aren't they watching TV? Because they're doing what they're going to be doing in the future. TV, the whole cord cutting thing and getting away from watching television, all of that is happening, right? Like it or not, they're watching their favorite streamer on Twitch, and you don't know about it, and you don't know why they're doing it, and you want to know why, you know, what they're doing for hours on the computer. That's what they're doing. So go spend time in their world and learn about it, and you might end up quitting your job and starting your own company. So, yeah.
Or working for your son.
Or working for your son.
Shauna, what advice do you have?
Well, I'm just thinking about before starting my own company, and I echo what these guys say, that it's been amazing, the best thing ever. I'm so psyched to come to work every day. I love my team, and I'm into it. So I feel really lucky, but not everybody wants to be an entrepreneur, and that's okay. So I would say that before I became an entrepreneur, I kind of had my own culture within a culture. That anyone who worked for me would say there's a consistency of what people would say that, how they would describe what it's like to work with me. And I think that that's okay. I think that you can be kind of the culture that you want. And the kind of people that I'm really drawn to internally are the kind of people who kind of not ask for forgiveness later, but not really afraid. Like people just go for it and understand that my job is, you know, because I said delegation, it's not because I don't want to do anything. It's because I see my job as kind of being the guardrails in a bowling alley. Like I'm the person who's there to make sure that they kind of stay within the lane, but I don't need to throw the ball. I don't need to hit all the pins. I just need to make sure that I'm kind of there to help guide them. And so even if you're not the CEO or the founder, I think that you can be the person who owns something and really takes it on and puts your own mark on it.